Hi everybody, hello, welcome to Ascension's Love with Alice, a return to Union. It's so gorgeous to be here with you all as we look into the energies that are coming up for this gorgeous week ahead. So we're starting on Monday the 6th, which is a new moon in the sign of Virgo. We're going to go all the way through to Sunday the 12th, which is, can I just say, a beautiful, phenomenal day for very personal reasons. And I'm very excited to bring through some Archangel guidance for this week so that you can best flow with the energies rather than resist them. Help yourself in your own ascension, which then helps the collective. We're going to receive some insight from the gorgeous Magdalenes. We're going to receive blessings from the unicorns. And without further ado, I really want to get started. But I first just want to say thank you to everyone that joined the Priestess of the Golden Age call this evening. It was so powerful. So thank you for those that joined live. There is a recording for anyone that maybe didn't hear about it or wasn't able to join because of the time zone. So that recording is on the register link that you've already seen. That's been posted in here a few times. It was incredibly powerful. We have part 2 coming on the 20th of September, so do stay tuned for more information on that. Or if you join my mailing list via my website, aliceheath.com. you will be the first to find out about all of that, along with any discounts that may be coming up for very special, beautiful days, such as the 12th of September, maybe, who knows. Better sign up and find out. But without further ado, let's go straight into this week. So we're just gonna, all the angels, guides, ascended beings are already here with us anyway. We've already got a very sacred created space here, but let's find out who is supporting for this week ahead. So we have Archangel Sandalphon is the first archangel that is jumping out today. So Archangel Sandalphon, known as the messenger of God, he takes those, and archangels are all messengers of God, right? Archangel Sandalphon is known to be incredibly tall, holds the sanctity of your Earth Star chakra, right? That Earth Star chakra is the chakra below your feet, connecting you to the earth, right? In control, kind of in control of your divine potential, right? So that's the chakra that kind of governs that. Now, Archangel Sandalphon helps us tune into that 5th dimensional energy, helps us maintain it through the day, helps actually put a bubble around us, around any doorways as well, right? So, if you've got a home, for example, with other people that are visiting, or if you're in a space, I always ask Archangel Sandalphon to stand there and stay there, and anyone that walks through that space is walking through that beautiful 5th dimensional bubble of his, right? Archangel Sandalphon also helps with that bringing of harmony, right? But also, like we said just at the start, any messages that you want to get to God, any prayers that you really want to get delivered, anything you're asking for, ask Archangel Sandalphon to take those to source, right? To all that is, to help that message get there. As soon as we ask, it really is given. We kind of want to move into that space, that awareness, but sometimes we can need that little bit of extra push from another source being, right? An embodiment of the divine, in order just to maximize on that power if we're experiencing a lot of resistance, right? So Archangel Sandalphon is coming out straight away to say, this week is about you tuning into your divine potential. What do you need to nourish? What do you need to grow, right? What do you want to see flourish, right? Where do you want to see yourself, right? Where is your soul, your higher self? What is that connection coming through? Next archangel coming through is Polemiac. Look at this beautiful green archangel here. Archangel of Nature, right? And there's no coincidence that we have Polemiac coming out with Sandalphon, because Sandalphon is saying, okay, nurture and grow your divine potential. It's time to tune into that. It's time to move forward with that. But also, we've got Polemiac coming in saying, right, but also nature, right? Nature. The beautiful plants, they have frequencies, right? What we eat, what we drink, the floor, the ground we walk on, the beings we encounter, and how we interact with them. Mother Earth is incredible, wanting to help neutralize, help soften any energy that is spiking out, right? As you're seeking that harmony, as you're seeking that bliss, that alignment, Archangel Polemiac reminds us that, when we serve the nature kingdom, when we look after nature, when we look after our forests, our waters, right? And that can be as simple as turning off the tap rather than letting it run. That can be as simple as, turning off a plug, right? Electricity, to picking up litter outside. But when we serve nature, nature really serves us. And what's really beautiful about that is that you know, a lot of people kind of can worry about, you know, if we're taking from Mother Earth too much. But there's also that beautiful give and receive. It's like when you want to give a gift to someone, that that feeling that they have, right? When someone receives that gift, the feeling that you have even when they receive it, and it just lights them up, right? That's the give and take. That's a beautiful relationship of giving and receiving, right? That's a better way of saying that, giving and receiving. So that's the most gorgeous thing with nature and with the energy of nature, is that it all holds frequencies. And it's not just us that are ascending, right? It's you know, the whole planet, the whole universe actually is ascending, right? It's not just us as human beings. It's the plants, the animals, the earth, the seas, the stars, everything. On the bottom of the deck we have Archangel Duranka. I was going to shuffle the cards and not show this one, but he's coming through and saying, no, I really want to be present right here, so I'm going to bring him out as well. Archangel Duranka is from another universe, helping us with this ascension process, helping us tune into our psychic abilities, right, and to really see through illusion, right? And you know, his symbol is the bat, right? You know, and what because I think if I remember rightly, Archangel Duranka steps down through Sirius, which is also kind of known for like the bats step down through, is it Sirius or is it Orion? It might be Orion actually. I'll have to double check that. It might be Orion. Actually, I can check that really quick. Let's see, Duranka. Yeah, no, Sirius, I was right the first time. Because it's about the throat chakra as well, right? Archangel Duranka comes through to also help with our throat chakras. And what's really interesting is that with having Sandalphon come through first, right? That messenger of God, divine potential, bringing through that want for you to nurture and to nourish your divine growth, like focus on you and let that blossom. And then Polemic coming in saying, yeah, and that give and receive from nature, let us help you, right? It's not just a solo mission, this is a whole collective ascension, and that is including collaboration, right? Not just with humans, like we say, but with, you know, the plant kingdom as well. And then Duranka coming in to say, okay, and we're going to start seeing through more illusion here, and you know, honing those psychic abilities, but also connecting with the throat. So it's like all this upper part here that is coming through. So all the way from your earth star right below your feet all the way up is the energy of this week, and it's really about allowing that yourself to be that bridge. And I just want to bring out one more archangel here, and we have Archangel Aurora. I think Archangel Aurora was we did I'm doing a free series right now on my Facebook and YouTube, which is getting to know the archangels. And Archangel Aurora works with the solar plexus a lot, right? That inner sun with that feminine energy, that new beginning, right? New beginnings, and just powerful archangel. But this week, to have this gorgeous archangel come through as well, you know, when we start to piece it all together, we've got such profound connection from 4 different archangels bringing in a different piece of the puzzle. So we've got the base of this week being about new beginnings, right? You know, no wonder it's starting off with this powerful new moon in Virgo, right? This service orientated you know, sign, right? That's about, you know, a lot of the Virgoan traits revolve as well around, you know, self-worth and things like that. You know, often we can kind of limit our self-worth, and it's kind of like, no, this is the time that we really nurture who it is that we are, who our higher self wants us to be, how our soul wants to expand through this week, right? And, you know, it's going to connect with our intuition honing, right? It's going to connect with different technologies in terms of how we communicate with one another. You know, maybe you'll find that your telepathy will increase because your throat chakra is opening, along with your third eye and your ears and all of this space here. You know, but really this week is about letting the sun shine in your life. That's what Archangel Aurora wants to say. So really, when we look at that, it's, you know, when we each day that we have is like a mini lifetime, right? If we look at it that way, we wake up in the morning and we have the opportunity to create whatever it is that we desire, that we want in that day, right? And really, because all time is existing in this now moment, all different timelines, past, present, future, are all right here, right now, in this one moment, we get to choose how we show up and how we create our world, our reality, what we focus on, whether we choose to let the sun shine or whether we choose to focus on the clouds, right? And even if we do focus on the clouds, how we experience that, right? Does that make sense? Now, Archangel Azrael is also showing up here, who's the Archangel of birth, death and rebirth, right? Endings and beginnings. So there is something that is closing up now, but that's a good thing, is what I'm hearing, right? You know, it's time to let go and it's time for things to change, but it's a really good change. It's a step in the right direction. It's about you expanding. That's the change, right? So you might find yourself releasing something that just hasn't been serving, releasing a belief, a thought pattern, releasing an emotion around someone or something, right? And especially in that solar plexus, so if there is someone or something pulling on that solar plexus, right, you may find that this week you have the extra courage to let that go, whatever that is, and you won't even have to physically actively do anything to let it go. It will just happen because it's time, because your higher self has said, because your soul is ready to expand through, you know. It's really beautiful. And you know what, beautiful souls, if you are wishing for extra help with that, I do offer angelic guidance. I do offer priestess one-to-ones. I offer starseed lightworker one-to-ones, empaths, anyone that needs any of that guidance. I offer some one-to-ones, and they're all available on my site, along with past life healings as well, right? Soul retrievals, karma balances, you know. Just let me know. Connect with me over Facebook here, over this page. Connect with me on YouTube, or send me an email, or jump on my website. All the options are there. But let's carry on and let's have a look here at what the Magdalenes want to bring through as well about this week and upcoming. What's the best guidance that we have? So first one, past lives. Beautiful. So we've got past lives coming in here. We've got the color card coming in. We have confusion. And then finally, we've got the lovers, right? So, yeah. So there is an emphasis around love as well this week, right? There is that loving emphasis. With the lovers being on the bottom of the deck, this beautiful embrace here, this flow, this ebb and flow. The masculine, the feminine, the I am presence, right? I, masculine, am feminine. You know, that presence, that joint connection, that divine embrace, all within you, all around you. You know, this is about that. This is about both being within and then both being without in everything that we do, you know. But this week the Magdalenes are bringing through that, you know, we may struggle a little bit because there may be patterns, and this is linking to our expansion that the archangels have already spoken about, right? But, you know, we may find that there is this past life layering happening, so a pattern or something that we're not able to fully see or understand, like a block somewhere within our body and our energetic fields. You know, we may find that, you know, we are having memories of past lives, and when we receive memories of past lives, they're to help us expand, they're to help us grow, they're to help us heal. You know, we only see what we're meant to see. We don't always see the full picture, and we don't see the full lifetime often, because, you know, if everyone remembered all their lifetimes, then there'd be support groups jumping up for, you know, every time you've ever been beheaded and every time I've ever been burnt at the stake from a past life, and all of that is too much. We only see what we're ready to see, what we're ready to heal, or what we need, because it's a mastery lifetime that we're bringing in that information, right? And I feel very much like it could very well be relating to both of those things, to a bit of contrast that we need to heal and expand through in order to access our past life mastery, especially with Archangel Sandalphon being the first archangel that came out here, because that is once again about the divine soul potential. Now when we have a color, wow, now all colors are present within that white energy, that energy of that heart space, that beautiful Christed energy. You know, different resonances, different colors bring a different frequency. What do you need to embody this week? What colours are you feeling drawn to this week? There is a message in that for every single person. If you're drawn to blue, maybe you're focusing on that throat chakra, maybe you're focusing on articulation, maybe you're focusing on ancient Egypt and those mastery lifetimes, you know. There is so much that is wanting to come through here, and there is so much colour in the world. Are we seeing it all? Are we choosing to see it? Are we choosing to put some rosy coloured glasses on, because we know that when we do that, you know, that's the hue that will come through in all of our experiences. Now that's the beauty of it, right? That's beautiful, you know. Are we choosing to see the world in Technicolor, right? Our experience in Technicolor, or are we choosing to see through a grey, you know, dimmed view, right? Because we do have the confusion card coming in here. Now, the confusion card I feel is coming in nearer the end of the week, and what's really interesting is we do have Duranka here, which is all about that psychic ability, seeing through illusion. Now, when we have confusion coming in, when we're hearing a lot, and I actually had this experience today, and this is really interesting. So, a lot of us are tuning into telepathy, right? And for those that have already been kind of tapping into those sacred but rightful gifts of every person, every human being, every wonderful soul on this planet, we all have the ability to be telepathic amongst many other superhuman things, right? But for those that are already tapping into that is going to get enhanced this week, right? Duranka tells us that. But if this is new to you, it might bring confusion. Like, for example, what I find really interesting about something like telepathy is that, you know, the more centered, the more in tune and in check you are with your emotions, the more you're able to center yourself, to ground yourself, to be aware of how you are in every single moment of every day, the more you're able to kind of harness those skills. The less aware someone is of what their emotional state is, the less aware they are of their subconscious, their inner child, right? The more they actually say telepathically without realizing it. And I had this today where I was in a space with another being, another beautiful person, who was saying a lot in their head. But not necessarily verbally. And I was like feeling all this energy. I was absorbing it left, right and centre, and helping this person transmute it. But it was fascinating because it confused me. It did confuse me for a little while when I was so tuned into the frequency around me. I was like, wait, is this coming from me? What is this? And then I realized actually it was another person's energy field, and because we were close in proximity, I was picking up on that as well. But then it gave me the gift of being able to actually help them transmute it, help them move through it telepathically on a spiritual level, right? And help them in that way. Now, so if confusion arises, it's ever so important to actually, you know, find ourselves centered, right? Because when confusion does crop up, we don't necessarily know that it's there. So the more that you are practicing, focusing on your breathing, the more you're noticing whether you're breathing down past your clavicle, past your lungs, into your belly, into your womb, doing the full breathing. The more you notice, you know, how you're feeling, what you're seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching through various points in the day, the more you're going to be aware of what is your energy and what is not your energy, right? And the more you're going to be able to bring that beautiful union and integration of things of polar opposites, such as light and shadow. We're not here to fight one or the other. We're here to integrate on every level the Hermetic principles, right? So we're here to integrate poles. We're here to integrate genders. We're here to integrate all of those things, you know. And when we do that, we really we broaden and expand so much. So really interesting messages that are coming through here. But yeah, past life is going to be a big one this week, but also it's going to be focusing on you, keeping your eyes, you know, kind of in your own zone here, because this week is about you and your growth. This is a new moon about that as well, and that energy is going to carry you through the week, right? You know, this is new beginning, like Archangel Aurora was saying. It's a new beginning, chance for a new beginning, but are you going to do something different to allow that in? Or are you going to do what you've always done and expect different results? Right, there comes the interesting question, the $1 million question. Well, multi-billion-dollar question, really, because we have eternal abundance within us, right? As within, so without. Now, the unicorns, what are they saying for this week? How are they blessing us? You can't make this up. We talk about new opportunities, and look at that, first card, new opportunities. You're going through a gateway. Look at all this colour on the rainbow. We've just spoken about colour, that spectrum of colour, right? You know, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You know, this is time to declutter. This is time to declutter your life, your surroundings, anything that doesn't serve, let it go. Let it go. Grieve it if you need to grieve it. But if it's not serving, let it go, because what happens then is we create such a massive, profound space to welcome in what is rightfully ours and what we're trying to, not even trying, what we deserve, and what our soul is expanding into, what our higher self is wanting us to expand into, right? So this is a very magical doorway right now. It really is. Go through it with your heart wide open. Go through it with your heart wide open, like for real. And then we've got Manifest Your Dreams coming in next. Wow. Once again, another rainbow coming in. Manifest your dreams, number 22 here. So we had 5, which is the number of change, and we've got 22, manifest your dreams, right? You know, focus on your vision. We said this before with our third eye when Duranka came in. You know, what is it that you want to project forward? We spoke about this as well when we looked at the unicorns are saying, you know, seek satisfaction and contentment. What are you focusing on? What lens do you have covering your eyes right now? Is it a beautiful rose colored lens? Are you choosing to focus and keep your blinkers on, focusing only on the light, only on the positive, only on what you want to manifest more of? Or are you letting your attention get distracted onto other people, other things? You know, are you in the scroll hole of Facebook, right? What are you doing? Where is your energy going? Because when our energy goes somewhere, we bring nothing but more of that in, right? So really time to get disciplined. It really is, you guys. Especially if you are wanting things to change and you haven't seen it, you know, right? Intention is everything. Keep that intention pure. Tune into your heart. Call in the unicorns. Actually call them in. You know, this is about surrendering ego right now. And, you know, I think it was Abraham Hicks that said this the first time I heard it. I'm sure it's said numerous times by many, many people and many beings of light. But, you know, would you rather be right, or would you rather be happy? Right? Because sometimes if we hold up an argument to someone because someone's saying something and we choose to get offended, and then yes, I did say choose, we choose to get offended, we choose to take that in. If we choose that and we focus there, guess what's going to happen? More of that energy. And then you're spiraling in a direction you don't want to be in. So the unicorns are saying, you know, really surrender any ego that might be coming up here, because it's not serving, right? We've got to surrender and let go and just choose to be happy, choose to be focusing on that energy, because when you do, more of it will come. And if you want that new beginning, if you want to release the past lives, if you want to release any of that trauma, if you want to expand through this week, if you want to really let go of the confusion and tune in, you know, choose to be happy. Choose to see what is going to keep you in that high vibrational state. Don't choose to get drawn into many different groups on Telegram and Facebook and checking the notifications. Turn them off. Turn them all off. Unless it's bringing you joy, turn them off. Legit. Serious now. Okay. And then finally, by the unicorns on the bottom of this deck we have, can you see that with the light in? Enlightenment. Beautiful. Enlightenment. Look from the highest perspective and see the divine in everyone. Everyone is divine. We are all God. You are God. You are that God, goddess. You are that energy. Physically incarnated. Right? You are that energy. You've had free will. We've all had free will. We've got to choose what experiences we've gone through. We've got to play around with free will and just create things. And sometimes it's not been so fun, and sometimes it's been a load of fun, right? But, you know, when we recognize, when we surrender our own ego, we get to surrender the ego in another person as well. Right? And why that is beautiful is because then we get to co-create. We get to tap in more to our divine presence, right? We get to tap in more to that divine presence. Forget any of the BS that's been learned, right? Forget any of that. See from a higher perspective. And when you unlearn, when you let go of that resistance from other thoughts or the beliefs that we've embodied, inherited, brought in from other lifetimes, etc., etc., when we release that, guess what happens? Whew. We get to manifest, we get to be enlightened. We are already enlightened beings, right? The only difference between being enlightened and being enlightened is the resistance that we put up because of our thought patterns, because of our emotions, because we're choosing to act out of alignment, right? Choose to be in alignment. It's a choice that you get to make based on where you let your energy flow into. It really is that simple, right? We overcomplicate it so many times, and this week is about simplifying. Turn the gaze within, focus on what is bringing you up, right? Let the new opportunity in, right? We don't let it in enough. Let it in, let go of the confusion, let go of the distractions, let go of the chatter. And we do that just by finding ourselves present in this now moment, connecting with nature, connecting with the beings that are just so in the now that you can't steer them otherwise. This plant, this beautiful plant that's right next to me, so in the now. This plant isn't necessarily listening to me. It's just there, having a gorgeous time, just enjoying the soil that it's in and the moisture in the air, and, you know, just enjoying being in this room. It's flourished since it's been here with me. It's literally like gone whoop, because the energy that's around it, right? You know, we look at animals and plants, they're in the moment. Be in the moment. And when you're in the moment, you get to choose what that moment looks like. You get to choose how you create that. You get to choose that energy. You get to choose that manifestation. And then the more consistently you do that, the more it becomes your physical reality. That's what this week is all about. That's what this new moon is starting out with as well, right? you know, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous time. It's so powerful. Tap into it, tune into it. Final message from the unicorns is call upon the violet flame if you need it. I had to call upon it today without realizing I was like bringing in the violet flame because it was needed. It was needed to help transmute something. And I honor that, right? And within you is that the diamond, cosmic diamond violet flame is transmuting all that isn't love back into love. It's integrating all that is lacking love, integrating it with love to balance it out. And that's what the violet flame does, right? It's powerful. It's powerful, powerful, powerful. And that diamond aspect of it, you know, purifying, right? So, you know, really time to open our hearts up. This is this week. Open up the hearts. If you need any help, if you need any assistance with connecting further, understanding deeper, right, interpreting your messages, your dream time, reach out, you know, reach out for a quantum healing session. You know, that's past life, karmic wounds, you know, anchors, cords, things like that, karma, balance and all that. That's a quantum healing session. Reach out for that. Via my website, just via messaging me. If you want some guidance, reach out for an angelic guidance session, a star being guidance session. We call in all aspects of all the celestial star, Fae realms, etc., etc. They're all here. Don't worry about what the sessions are called, right? Guidance is one, healing is another. That's essentially what it is. It is a very, very powerful week, you guys. Really utilize it. Really honor yourself. Do subscribe to my newsletter, because like I say, we've got a gorgeous, for me, Sunday the 12th is a very powerful day. It's my solar return. I get very excited about it because it's a solar return for anyone is when, you know, it's your new year. It's your new year. So if you are, if you have a solar return around now, right, enjoy it. Listen to the messages, follow your flow, right? Follow what you're being guided to by your higher self. It's soul contract revision time, essentially, right? So it's very, very powerful. But yeah, anyone that's on my subscribe list or in my Facebook group, you may get a very special surprise from me around then. So do tune in and connect in the multiple ways that you can. And I just want to say thank you again to the dear soul who gifted me these. There is a gift donation link in the YouTube description if you're watching this on YouTube, should you feel inspired to offer an energy exchange in that way. It's always appreciated, received, and I wish so many blessings of abundance back to you, multifold, and love, and all of that. And for now, I bid you all farewell. So much love, so many blessings, and I will see you again probably for an Archangel transmission to meet one of the other Archangels. So see you next time. Bye for now. Lots of love.